One beer? Mark my words, they'll be at each other's throats before...
What else would you expect? It's a matter of property. Life or death. Warring against that.
Where's that beer?
Quite a different matter than riding out with a company to attack a few bandits.
We'll drink our fill of wine, and by morning even sworn enemies will be...
Jesus Christ, fraternize they may, but how do you expect...
Such rare guests. One wouldn't expect to find among Christians representatives of your community. I'm Godwin. My greetings to you.
Peace be with you. Neither would one expect a priest here. And yet...
How do you know I'm a priest?
It's not difficult to tell. After all, we have much in common. And we are both a little on unfamiliar ground here. I'm Yehuda, leader of the rabbinical court in the sacred community of Gutenberg. And this is Samuel, my aide.
Who would rather not be here at all. Why did we have to come here, Sadie? Can you not see everyone is staring at us?
Because we all need to help each other in this time of need. And why would they not stare when you are frowning so?
Are you looking for friends among us?
Let us say rather that we have chosen a side. The situation in the town and the kingdom is unsustainable. The whole land is on the brink of destruction. You have men and weapons. We have the means to sustain them.
Why are you telling this to a Koimer? You wanted to deliver what we brought to the Margrave and quickly leave.
Everything in good time, Samuel. We have just arrived, after all.
Did you come to lend money to the lords?
Not to lend, but to give. Help given to the needy is repaid only by God.
You don't even know if you can trust them. With that money, we could have paid mercenaries ourselves.
You remind me of my young friend Henry. He's a bit of a hothead too.
Henry? That messenger of Radzik Copula?
You know each other. You're both around the same age.
That would be him. We did not get off to a very good start.
I reckon the two of you would hit it off. He's reliable, and has his heart in the right place. For a young stripling, he's been through plenty. It's not so long since his parents were killed in Skalitz. He was supposed to become a blacksmith, and instead, he's roaming the world, risking his neck at every turn.
Wait, a blacksmith, you say? From Skalitz?
Aye, that's right. Did you know anyone there?
I knew of someone. A blacksmith by the name of Martin.
My daughter knew him most, and that is why Samuel is in this world. For our numerous sins.
Maybe he was my father, but he certainly didn't act like one. Ma raised me on her own.
And that was all for the best.
Why? He should have taken care of me, but instead he fathered another bastard.
Don't make hasty judgments. As far as I know, Martin didn't have any other children. At least, none of his own. He took in Henry, and raised him as his own, on the orders of the Lord of Skalitz, Sir Radzik Kobila, Henry's real father.
I don't care if he took care of 20 other Mamsas.
That boy's blood father denied him, just like yours did to you.
A person can't choose their parents. And Henry only found out about it recently.
Enough. I'd rather have a drink. Will you have one too, Zayde?
For that, there will be more suitable times.
Good health.
L'chaim.
From what I heard, well capable of raising hell even without an arm. And I'll have a shot of wine.
And who would entrust him with them? Without a coat of arms and a noble house, all he can command is a band of mangy
What's
bandits.
the holds up?
Jorg is right. We must rid our teeth.
Mein Gott.
Good health to you, sir. I'm Godwin, a friend of that lad you arrived with, Henry. We don't know each other.
Baron Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. The last of my line. I am a warrior, a traveler, a strategist, and also, à ma manière, a poet.
My word. Isn't that exhausting?
Mais non! And I'm glad to meet a new friend.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Baron. I knew right away we'd hit it off. You say you're a poet? How about a verse or two to amuse us?
Jamais! Is poetry nothing but a fuss to you? Is a poet a gesture for amusement? I think not. To recite, I require the proper mood. And besides, few here would understand me.
How did you end up imprisoned in Malashov?
Ah, c'est une histoire compliquée. It was after I heroically led the defense of Gothenburg, and only lost it narrowly by an unfortunate turn of events.
That needs some explanation. What unfortunate turn of events?
Oh, misère. It is clear you have never been to war.
So, be so kind as to enlighten me.
When they broke through the defense, I ended up in captivity. It was only due to my acquaintances in a court that I escaped execution.
Oh? I thought it was Henry who saved your neck.
My neck was not at risk in Malashov. I may have still been a prisoner with my personal freedom restricted, but they never broke my spirit.
Where have you been on your travels? Have you seen the ocean?
But of course! I was born by the sea. If you are interested in my greatest journeys, then I have traveled with a merchant caravan all the way to the Ottoman Empire. And if you are interested in my greatest deed, then that was perhaps saving the life of the King of France.
And you wouldn't by any chance know the Pope, personally?
Which one do you mean? I spoke briefly with Boniface IX when I was sojourning in Rome.
How come almost nobody here knows?
I am operate my great bit there.
Dear friends and allies, in these troublesome times, you all know why we're here. The question remains, what to do next? Sigismund is facing troubles in Hungary, and here, too, he is up against resistance. He's a capable strategist, but a poor diplomat. Mark my words. If we wait him out until winter, he will leave of his own accord.
By winter, he'll have torched all our fortresses and carried off everything that we possess.
Are we seriously gonna wait and cower in a corner? Or are we gonna drive them out in shame? A few well-planned raids and we could have him in our fists!
At what price? Have you got men to spare? Has any of you got men and money to spare?
We don't have men out there.
Yes, we do.
We do not.
Jobst is right. That whole sun won't fall easily.
Only we can't wait.
Are we to get ourselves killed?
Or end with nothing?
Friends, we'll get nowhere like this. Let's adjourn ourselves and try to think it through.
Well, that went just as expected. Good health.
And to yours. Could it have gone any other way when there's so many of us here?
I would have expected a bit more sense from Jobst, of all people. He made an amateur's mistake. But it's hard to be angry with him when he's trying to ingratiate himself with everyone. By the way, I'm John of Liechtenstein. And you must be Godwin, the son of...
It's not a thing I've ever boasted of.
I have my sword. From what I've heard about you, I'd judge you could be quite useful to me at today's gathering. Indeed. And that's why I'd like to ask something of you.
It depends what it's all about.
A little delicate diplomacy. I expect we can agree that Jobst's plan has... And the way it stands at the moment...
Well, I'm curious how you hope to shut Zizka up and satisfy...
We'll sit and wait quietly until Sigismund withdraws, but we'll be waiting in the military camp of our huge new army.
If Sigismund decides to mount an attack on the camp, it'd be a massacre.
Ah, but it won't. Sigismund's army is demoralized. He's able to tackle fortresses that aren't able to defend themselves.
But he can't retreat either.
And that's exactly why we'll wait until he's called back to Hungary by events there. For the plan to work, we need allies, their money and their determination. We've already set the ground for it. We just need negotiators who will push the right people in the right direction.
Are you saying you set everything in motion even before Jobst?
More like in parallel, but without his knowledge. If we find support and make it look like the whole thing was his idea, we'll all win.
Why are you doing all this anyway?
Because I want to put a stop to the senseless deaths. And also because I'm happier with Wenceslas on the Bohemian throne.
You've got an interesting way of approaching things.
You're certainly not the first to tell me that. I take it as a compliment.
I'll help you. What exactly should I do?
I'll give you 3 names. Botchek of Kunstadt, Haman Alder, and Anna of Waldstein. If you can get those 3 on our side, we've won the day. Meanwhile, I'll take care of Jobst.
What if it doesn't work?
I refuse to even consider that outcome.
Why me?
Because you and your friend Henry are similar in that respect. There aren't...
Tell me a bit.
Certainly.
Botchek of...
That's just the thing. He doesn't play the big game. He always...
Alder the...
He still is. Only... But he'll...
Anna of Volch.
Wenzel...
I was quite...
A male. Anna is... But don't...
And what...
She's... They're a wicked... And that it...
I'll get on it.
I wish her...
Success.
Nobody has the likes of me.
I'd like to check your horses out. See if they're as good as you say.
Pah, even better. But you won't believe it until you see for yourself.
And you might not believe your eyes when you do see them. Well, well, we have a new guest. I wanted to...
You wanted to apologize for crashing into my home without it by your leave. Or to arrest my guests some more?
I want to have a word with Alder.
Well, I'm having a word with you.
I apologize, Father.
For interrupting our conversation? Or just for being you?
Is that your...
Unfortunately. Speak up, then. What are you doing here?
I came with a delegation from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Is this a joke?
Why so strict, Martin?
20 years ago, he was nothing but a cheeky brat, only interested in wenches and booze. I got him a place at the Archbishopric to have some sense beaten into his head. Only it wasn't long before they kicked him out. And then I find out he's settled in some backwater parish in Sassau. But he took his boozing and whoring along with him, lost everything, and then came creeping home again. Huh?
Try saying it again a little louder. They might not have heard you in the outer courtyard.
You have the impertinence to show me your face after the way you disgraced our whole family?
To your health, my friend.
You're exaggerating, like you've always done.
Me? Exaggerating? You're the one who turned my home into a house of ill repute. Your whores wandering around as if they owned the place.
Oh, actually, anything fun was strictly banned under your roof. But maybe you ought to try it yourself sometime. Then maybe you wouldn't be such a bitter old grouch.
You're dishonoring your host.
I can't dishonor someone who has no honor. If you had any, you'd be...
That's enough.
Christopher.
You won't get away with those insults. I challenge you to a duel.
We've never met, and we have no cause to be enemies. Take back your challenge, and we'll sort things out peacefully.
You've got no other option. You insulted Father's honor.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for violence.
I can have a word in private with Lord Oberyn, the second, as he desires, and then...
And he's got plenty to learn from Christopher. By God's grace, I have at least one son I can be...
You want satisfaction? Suit yourself, then. We'll fight. Come to the out...
After you.
Well,
shouldn't we run...
No, Christopher...
Make room for us. We'll just settle a very private matter. It's an honorable duel, man against man. Stay back. Wanker! Show your stuff.
Look in my eyes, not at my sword.
Come on!
What's wrong with your legs?
Enough. That will do. My God. Where did you learn to wield a sword like that? Father always said you were a good-for-nothing boozer. That you could teach sword fighting in a school.
I was in a war, right after they kicked me out of the archbishopric. And you ought to know yourself. Not all the faults that Father sees are real.
Well, I apologize for going off like that. I had to, so that...
So Father would be satisfied. I know. Only he'll never be satisfied. The sooner you realize that, the better.
I thought he was the way he was because his first son let him down. And he hoped at least his second would become something.
And no luck again, eh? When I was 6 years old, I fell off. He wouldn't talk to me for a week.
The first time he took me hunting. He let me starve for 3 days until I was able to shoot my first hare.
Only 3 days?
I always wondered who you were. There was never much...
Look, I really did fuck up everything I could. I brawled but now...
And that's why you...
Aye. The outcome of this war depends on it.
That sounds very important, considering you and Alder are both pretty small players. After your encounter with Father, it won't be easy to get to Alder. Actually, I don't think you should even attempt it. Unless you want to anger Father even more.
What else can I do, though?
I'll talk to him myself. He'll hear me out for sure. But you'll have to trust me, and tell me what it's all about.
All right, then. You've heard Yob's plan, right? It's a nice idea, but we can't wait around without an army to back us up.
Only no one's going to pay for one, because that would be an outright admission of rebelling against Sigismund.
Alder's got some clout with the councillors and burghers who are loyal to Sigismund. If he agrees, they'll follow.
I expect Alder's not the only one you're after.
You got that right.
Leave Alder to me. The plan sounds sensible, and he's no fool.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can drag me to a tavern sometime. Pa doesn't need to know about it.
You're starting to sound like a brother.
Godwin, you wouldn't be... We didn't have much...
With pleasure, sir. What are you expecting from today's gathering, my lord?
Well, I have no great expectations. But, all going well, we may be able to establish some joint steps towards the future. As long as we proceed without prior agreement and mutual support, we will be very unlikely to achieve any progress.
I couldn't help but notice your son has a bit of a talent for getting into trouble.
To put it mildly, but not to do him an injustice, knowing young Lord Capon, he undoubtedly contributed to that more than a little. Although, if they didn't pull each other out of trouble, God knows where they'd be now.
Wise words. Still, Henry's come a long way on a thorny path. I trust you're rightfully proud of him.
You know, I am. And Martin would also be glad, even though Henry chose a different path than he.
May God grant him eternal rest. Where did you leave Sir Divish? Surely he's not too old to miss out on such an event.
Haven't you heard? Lady Stephanie is with child. No one even imagined Divish would produce an heir at his age.
As they say, doesn't...
Godwin.
Well... May I have a...
You? Any unlike this?
Have you got something against the Kuttenberg nobles?
Their forefathers lived up to their ears in dung. But thanks to the royal mines, they were born with silver spoons up their asses. And they think that can turn their blood blue.
But surely they're not all like that. And they are our allies.
Allies or not, someone ought to show them their place.
Young Lord Capon is finally free again. Let's hope he'll take better care of himself now.
He got a harsh lesson. But at least he might remember to lay off that tomfoolery of his for a while. But if not, war will make a man of him soon enough.
Do you think there's really going to be a war? I mean a proper one, not just sitting around and talking about it.
I sincerely hope so. Whoever sits around risks nothing. It's time to get off our asses and take action. Are you testing?
To turn out well, some
better make sure.
I ain't letting that bastard go anywhere near. Next time, I'll kill him. I will, if he so much as looks at it. And that's exactly why we mustn't push too...
Sir Bocek, I need to speak with you for a moment.
A man hardly puts his cup to his... Yobs comes up with...
On the contrary.
Does that improvement?
A few thousand men-at-arms as a convincing argument. And 100 horsemen on top. Only in order to get them, we need coin.
You've got my attention, but not my money yet. I need guarantees.
Of course.
You can talk, Since you haven't got a pot to piss in, I have a lot of... I can't risk it all.
So you need...
My guarantee is called if I see...
Maybe it's...
Perhaps.
I believe...
And an uncertain party. Besides...
I'd be honored to...
Forget about it. Even if by some...
How about you?
He's a young...
What's wrong with him? He's young, and he'll give her...
And to half the wenches. On the other hand, the Lords of Lipa have a good reputation, and Hanush can always be relied on, despite his temper. Maybe it's not such a bad idea.
I'll convey your offer to Lord Capon.
I don't care what the young lord thinks. If he agrees, I'll be... The kingdom will not...
Sir Hanush, I bring happy tidings.
You do? Let's hear it then.
I've gained us...
And who is it?
On the
Kunstart? How the hell?
Well, I explained to him how such an alliance could be mutually beneficial.
Mutually? What do you mean?
He's got a pretty serious personal interest in this... bond.
Stop beating around the bush and spit out what you promised him.
Lord Kunstad has a niece, so I arranged a betrothal for young Lord Capon, with your blessing if you agree.
Hans Capon is to marry Yitka of Kunstad. Godwin, you conniving old bastard!
Oh, fuck.
I don't believe it. So, young Hans is to marry Kunstad's daughter?
Niece.
If you're serious, I'll make sure that you get the Rattay parish.
Or you could make me the abbot of Sassa. Or what about a bishopric?
Forget it. Soon I'll be paying for a wedding. Not a word to Hans. I want to tell him myself. But let's drink to it, shall we?
Cheers!
Cheers to...
Like mushrooms.
Sir Butchik.
So Hanush agreed.
Indeed.
Then I will fulfill...
Thank you.
Enough formality.
Cheers to...
Here's to...
The weather had been stormy for a few days, so one of the branches...
fell off. Nothing happened to the noble, but it broke his horse's back.
Bloody sawbones, for fuck's sake! He's not... but a... bloody fraud! I mean, who the hell does he think he is? He's not the one with the empty brick. He didn't tell you anything?
Sir, I don't believe I've had the honor.
Nor I, until now. I am Sir Conrad, Lord of Wächter. And you are the heir to the Lord of Rabosh, are you not?
Used to be. My father somewhat disowned me some time ago.
And I used to be the Royal Mint Master, until the King decided to replace me.
Are you going...
I haven't quite decided yet, but if our rebellion...
Do you think...
I doubt... And he knows... We've more than you... So I reckon...
Sir.
Even so...
I'm not...
There's no...
It was a...
Likewise.
God be with you. There's...
God be with you.
Your...
No beating.
Margrave Yob's plan...
To muster an army that Margrave can't afford on his own?
Christ.
I should say so. Although, between...
How do you know Liechtenstein's behind?
I know most of the people here very well, but they wouldn't, while it seems...
I'd say you have a better nose.
Not only for people...
Then you were in the wrong...
The wine here is average. So, to the point.
Nothing more than...
Nothing more? I'd say that's plenty. And why ask me for help? Why should I, of all people, take the risk?
Sigismund won't take...
Maybe he wouldn't. If you want me to...
Do you have something in particular?
Well, one of the guests here has...
Who's that?
Haman... Now, if you were to switch these papers for the ones he brought with him...
And these...
My relative...
You were dealing with the...
They were not the enemy of the...
And the papers I'm supposed...
Just insignificant documents. If the incriminating ones disappeared without a trace...
I'm supposed to...
Haman Alder was given the documents. He hasn't yet had a chance to look at them.
All right, I'll help you.
Alder will surely have the papers in his saddlebags, which he left in the shed. Bring them to me, but watch yourself.
Yeah, what brings you here? Greetings.
I just need to get... You know what?
And what?
Not as... I've got those papers.
Quiet!
Lady, with all the clamor, here they are. You're welcome.
As agreed.
Thank you.
Yes, quite.
How could I
And to the...
I'm still hoping it works out. We walk out of here with a clear plan. But maybe you were right. It was probably not the best idea to gather all the lords under one roof.
Gentlemen, I think we can raise...
Is this...
Like I said, tell me, Godwin...
I bring nothing from the House of Odorin. But the wood...
Both of them. Good heaven.
This is going to be a long story.
It would seem that we have all benefited from the break in these proceedings. New alliances have been formed. And I have also changed my plans. We shall still wait for Sigismund to withdraw his troops of his own accord. But we will wait with an army at our backs.
Yes. And how are we to raise an army? Wasn't it made clear at the meeting that no one wants to take the risk?
The only thing made clear was that each of us alone is weak, and that we could not find common ground. But that has now changed.
King Wenceslas is, by the will of God, the Balbatim of all his subjects, not only the Christians. our community, and not only ours. We'll give you coin.
The Kuttenberg houses are still loyal to King Wenceslaus, and we stand with Lord Ruthard.
And if that's not enough, the houses of Leipa and Kunstadt will unite and march side by side.
My niece, Yitka, will take young Lord Capon as her husband.
Lords Kunstadt, Hanush, Radzig, and I will set out immediately. God willing, we will be back within 3 weeks, along with an army.
Now those are words worthy of a nobleman.
My friend, I still believe that words are more powerful than swords. And our words will ring in 1,000 voices to the glory of King Wenceslas.
After we conquered the city, you promised to restore order immediately. And then I find out things are even more disordered than before.
Your Majesty, we are sorry. We will put it to rights.
You've already said that. I want to hear real solutions.
We will put more guards on the roads and toughen penalties. We can have a few captured bandits executed as an example to others.
We do not care about bandits. We care about rebellious nobles and burghers. What will you do with them? How will you solve the chaos in the town administration, the rebellious miners, and the dismal yields? And how is it even possible that a rebellion against the king is smoldering here in the city?
What do you mean, sire?
I hear the resistance is coming from the Jewish quarter, from right under your noses. Why haven't you done anything?
We don't know who is behind this. Without evidence, we cannot punish them.
Otto von Berghoff did not ask questions in Prague either. He acted. And I advise you to do the same. Find a couple of wretches in a hole somewhere, point them to the Jewish quarter, and give them free rein to do anything. The city's Jewish community was and still is on Wenceslas' side. They need a warning.
We do not even have enough men to...
Marquardt, could you spare a few men for a while?
Of course, sire. I'll assign them to Eric. He'll take care of it.
So you see? All you have to do is make sure the city rabble get their share. You could at least manage that, couldn't you? And if the thought should cross your minds that you would get rid of the debts to the Jewish moneylenders this way, forget about it. Your debts will remain, up to the last groschen. Only now you owe us directly. And while we are on the subject of money, has the yield from the mines finally matched last year's?
Sire, the deposits are dwindling, and mining is becoming increasingly difficult. And to make matters worse, the miners started rebelling.
Don't take us for a fool. They'll stop rebelling when you pay them proper wages.
Your Majesty, we can't do that.
Silence! How dare you oppose the kingdom's protector? You're a bunch of incompetent sycophants! Chicken shits! Not any better than the scum hiding in the forest.
And drunks! Give them hell! Lazy fools, the lot of them.
How dare you?
Some of you are even swelling right here in the city council meeting. This is unbelievable.
Remove this swillpot from the hall immediately.
I'm telling the truth. This whole council is a farce. The whole city knows it.
Lord of Sargits, your insolence just cost you your place on the council, and a month in the dungeon.
But...
Hopefully that'll be enough for him to sober up. And if not...
I'll see to it as soon...
He will make sure... Silence! I am the only girl. You have to earn your privileges, not hide behind them. During my brother's reign, this idleness was perhaps... But that is over now. You were given a few simple tasks. But instead of working on them, and let the traitors cast their nets undisturbed. But unlike my brother, I am capable of creating order. And I assure you, I do not distinguish between those who stand in my way. Be they beggars, noblemen, or city councillors. You have 2 weeks to restore order in the city and increase mining. I want clear, and you answer only to me and Sir Marquardt von Aulitz now. The council is dismissed. You, don't go anywhere, boy. Be so kind and remain here. Our throat has become rather dry. And we still wish to speak with our friend von Aulitz.
Yes, sire. As you wish, sire.
Between the two of us, Marquardt, was I not perhaps too harsh on them? And speak candidly, we have had enough of false flattery.
Sire, you are harsh, but rightfully so. These councillors, they need to be shown their place. You suffered their insolence for far too long. And the same is true of the Jews.
We know. Otto repeated to us several times that it is time to strike against them. We are glad he's not here. He would be intolerably self-satisfied if he knew we had heeded him.
Boy, can't you see the King's cup is empty?
You tend to us as if we were infirm. Boy, pour us a monastic wine. The monks had a good year. We have concerns, friend. The Hungarians are rebelling. Our army is falling apart, and we have enemies here on all sides. Would we had a proper army instead of human mercenaries? They cannot be relied upon. And we are no closer to our goal now than a few months ago. Thank you. It is a good year. If our father were still alive, he would have been astonished by the mess that a few years of Wenceslas' reign brought to us. With a single word, he would have put the nobility in their place, and the country would flourish. God grant him eternal glory.
We won't need much more time. We'll arrest the traitor Odorin, and the rest will fall in line.
You say the others will be brought into line, but what do you know of them? We know only a few of them. But there's a fortress standing on every damn hill here. What side are their lords on?
We'll find out soon enough, sire.
If only Wenceslas were not such a stubborn ass, and relinquished that throne that he has no use for anyway. The nobility, on the other hand, found a ruler like him very useful. They made a puppet out of him.
Once you restore order, they'll join you. All you have to do is promise them the privileges they lost during Wenceslas' reign.
First, they'd have to be willing to make peace at least among themselves. Jobst does everything he can to sow chaos, so that he himself emerges victorious in the end. This business makes me thirsty. Pour me some of that red, boy.
I think Jobst is just waiting for the right moment. He'll switch sides when it suits him.
Maybe. But first I'll have to conquer a few more cities, and get a couple more lords on my side. Then they take the threat of war seriously. And Hungary. If Bohemia is a wasp nest, then Hungary is a viper's lair.
Where are you going? Mind your own... I'm sorry.
But the wine is good here. To your health, Margaret. And to your health too, boy. May your children grow in a land ruled by a good king. You did a good job, waiter. You can be proud of yourself.
To your health, Your Majesty.
First, we need to crack down on the biggest troublemakers.
We're working on it. While the consul was meeting, Otto von Berghoff and his men set out for Raposh. Alderin won't give you any more trouble.
He and Ruthard are in it together. Once we get Odorin, we can handle Ruthard easily. Rabosh will be yours. After all, Otto has already got Malishov.
I appreciate your confidence, sire.
But the devil knows there are a lot more strongholds to conquer here.
For the king, red wine, boy.
No. We shall have white. We have had enough of red.
White it is. Quickly! If Raposh falls, others will follow.
I think von Berghoff's little contraption will find its use again.
If need be, we could use it to raise this town hall too. And I have some suggestions for other candidates.
Not so fast, my friend. It's a wondrous tool, but we can't rely on it forever.
But to bring it here to the square and point it at the city hall? Those sycophants would only benefit from a warning like that.
It's a splendid idea, but it won't be necessary. The councillors are quite fearful enough already that they can hide nothing from us.
There's been enough fretting, sire. You shall see. Soon we will drink to the conquest of another fortress.
You are right. So then, to victory. And you, boy, will you drink with us? So that you shall have some... To today's.
What are you doing?
Give me 100 knights in full armor, and I will clear my name. I will charge the enemy with cavalry, break through the lines, and capture...
How'd you like a wine?
The art of wine make recipes. I might even the king.
I expect...
Best this one.
Was die Mädel in Hoffnung?
Parish priest has quite a view, sweating at the altar. Nearly drops his psalter. Alleluia, Domine. Alleluia, Domine.
Godwin! I'd like to drink so touching. Come.
I never... Not a bit.
In that case, him quite fuck.
Well, his lordship.
I had my eye on him all evening. And left the rest of us to drink.
You can bet on it.
I don't...
Stand over that.
What does it matter? We reached an agreement, and it's going to take time to raise an army. Until then...
Good day to you.
G'day. G'day.
Having a good time?
It's a fucking bore.
Well, let's have a game.
For God.
Since it's yourself...
Greetings. Greetings.
God be with you.
Not you.
Have you ever thought about getting married? It would make a lot of things easier for you.
And how should I...
How come you're still here, sir?
All hail Yobst. But you know, I explained to the Margrave that I'm not going... I'm too...
Did you
Nothing to discuss. The wedding will take place at our castle Littitz, of course. It's the pride of our family.
I'd bet my right arm old Hanush will want to have the wedding there.
What? In Ratai? Well, I ought to look into that then.
Deal with him yourself, though. I won't be your gent's messenger anymore.
Have you ever thought about getting married again? It would make a lot of things easier for you.
You couldn't think of a fancier name? Anyway, looking at him closely.
I beg your pardon?
What kind of name is... Never have made it all the way.
No use at all for that. You don't need an expert.
All day longer. Jesus wept.
Bloody hell. I'm telling you.
Run out when you started fetching. I spent half the day. What kind of day?
I'm filled with grief. The roast was pouring out.
Strong words. I thought your Alistair was brown-eyed, though.
What? Talking about fucking singers, mate. West.
What? Christ.
Get it. I thought your Alistair was brown-eyed, though.
What? I'm talking about fucking singers, mate. Just a bit longer.
Aye, you already said that.
But you're right about Sigismund. The sooner he's gone, the sooner life falls in this country. Let's drink to King Wenceslas.
Going. So you keep saying.
Going up there. The whole affair was poor bride, too. Perhaps we're being harsh. Maybe it'll be a carrying that
Half of the French court knows me better than me.
They're all needed in the morning.
The red'll be good, I hope.
Now there's a piece of horseflesh for you, Rudard. Not like that nag of yours.
What the hell do you feed it with? It looks more like a damn bull.
Sir! Sir! There's some horsemen right out front of your fortress.
Ah, that's Peter of Pisac. He wouldn't come to the council, but he is coming happily to this celebration, you old fox.
Come on in, sir. There's wine aplenty.
Hey! Hey! Intruders! Enemies at the gates!
Seize the nobles! Kill the rest!
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own!
King horse!
Come on! Let's see what you're made of!
Come on, Ned!
Come on, scum!
Good, but he's still expensive.
You're mine!
Fuck, look.
What on the arm?
Jesus! The surrounding Christopher! He can't make it on his own!
Get him!
He's had it!
Nice strike! Got one step back! Stand your ground! Too slow! Right. No more mistakes. You can't find up to me.
Show your This is how we fight in trot style.
Drive those horses out.
Got him.
Come on. Let's see what you're made of. Hey, that one's had it.
Fuck that. Go to hell. Show
your stuff!
Whoa!
Light him up! Come to me, someone! I'm like a sieve!
Victory or death!
Hey! Get him!
Bad luck. Go fuck yourself.
You won't get me!
Victory or death! In God's name!
Go fuck yourself.
Burn in hell!
Do it!
That won't work on me.
No, you don't!
We'll kick your asses! Bad luck! Take that!
Slice him up! You got him!
You're done here, Horsens.
I need...
That was a close shave.
A little too close. Oh, fuck me. Do my eyes deceive me? Henry!
Godwin.
How did you get...
Damn. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you. You turned up at just the right moment.
Is everyone all right?
Well, some are, some aren't.
They captured Oder and Kunstad and Rutard. And they took Alder and Conrad of Vector away too.
They wanted to slay the rest like dogs.
What about my father? And Hanush?
They left with Yobs long before that. I'm sure they're all right, but... not everyone was so lucky.
What happened, Godwin? Who died?
Anna of Waldstein. She didn't stand a chance against those butchers. May she rest in peace.
She was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
And they almost killed my brother.
But only almost. Good work.
You have a brother? Where is he?
He's upstairs in the hall. He's alive, but he's severely wounded. He tried to defend our father. That old badger's not worth the trouble.
Old grievances aside, Odorin is an ally, the same as Rutard and Bocek.
Oh, they all have their quirks. Cousin Bocek's a money-grabbing magpie. But I wouldn't give up on the fucker either.
We'll have to wait for the other side's move anyway. We don't even know where von Berghow took them.
Where did they go? Back to Rattay?
They've got to raise an army for us. And I hope they fucking hurry.
So we have a plan to counter Sigismund?
More of a promise than a plan.
But, as you can see, our allies are getting...
Oh, be so kind.
I tried to come as...
You knew he was...
I was standing a few steps from von Aulitz when he told us I was pouring them wine, and had to listen to how Sigismund was going to give it. It was a horrible feeling.
And what could you possibly...
Kill them.
My fingers would itch too. Or at least stuff.
Do you know what that would...
The war would end.
But at what cost? They'd ransack the city and kill...
Do you like watching those foreigner dogs rampaging around and... Who else has to die before we do something about it?
Tell us about it. We were neck deep in corpse.
Well, not you.
Fuck you, Jan. I'd trade...
We've lost a lot of allies.
Well, are you surprised?
Is there anything we can do?
Definitely not right now. We'll treat the wounded, bury the dead, get the hell out of here. Then we'll hide in the Devil's Den and wait for Jobst and his army.
If I survive the journey... Oh, God's teeth. That stupid nag nearly broke me in half.
The king announced one more thing at the council. He asked the councillors to ransack the Jewish... That is...
Fuck! Liechtenstein's got his people...
The city rabbi is sitting upstairs.
They're our allies.
What do you mean by...
Maybe Samuel will figure something out.
He's here too?
Aye, escorting the rabbi.
Anyway, we've got...
Give me a moment. Guard the walls until morning. If anyone shows up, I want to know. I'll be with Chris.
Life too. They put enough arrows in him to knock down 3 like him.
What about your horse? I don't know. I saw the smoke in the gate. Someone set his mate.
Good boy. Good boy.
He survived.
Heal!
Dirty. Well, at least it was over the horse fell on me. I couldn't get up again. There the apple. My tempest lost his life. Put enough arrows into him to knock down the like him. What about your horse? I don't know. I saw it bolting out again. Who knows someone?
set his mane and tail on fire. Why, Lady Ryan? What could she do? Maybe he'll come back. She couldn't even defend himself.
Why they even attack us? Haven't we had enough?
They'll never leave us alone. Well, at least it was over quick. No, you almost took arrows in him to knock down 3 like him. What about your horse? I don't know. I saw him bolting out the gate. Someone set his mane and tail on fire. Maybe he survived. Maybe he'll come back. Or maybe the crows are feasting on him already.
Poor animal. Handsome, young, sturdy.
Well, at least it was over quick. Though, you almost took Hinnek of course.
That dry devil is as tough as old boots. If a horse fell on me, I wouldn't get up again.
One Hunchback captured, the other almost crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or not, brought upon themselves. Watch. He's as greedy as a pig. Hinnek is...
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway.
One Hunchback captured, the other almost crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
God's punishment or not, brought upon themselves. Greedy as a pig. Hinnek is... Well,
leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway.
One captured, the other almost crushed. What have they done that the Lord is punishing them like this?
Leave it alone, the two of you. Now we're in it with them anyway.
Hope his father comes back soon.
Yes. The best thing we can do is to keep doing our work. What is the old law?
Good to see you both. Alive.
Oh, come on. You know, I've walked out of much worse scrapes laughing.
They could well have killed us all. If it hadn't been for you, Henry, von Berkhoff could have caused a lot more harm.
Even a man like you can't know everything. At least you're all alive.
Well, not all of us. They killed Lady Anna of Volstein and many other nobles. It was slaughter.
And they captured our closest and most influential allies. Without them, we can hardly get the burghers on our side. We're stuck.
We can't give up now. It would only show Sigismund that he has nothing to fear.
Exactly. This is a test, and an opportunity to show that we stand by our allies, whatever the cost.
You're right. When I drink too much wine, I get overwhelmed with self-pity. Nevertheless, I have to admit it can't get much worse.
Actually, it might. Very soon. At Sigismund's council, an order was given to ransack the Jewish quarter.
God's wounds! We need to get back to the city and warn them.
I'm going with you.
Out of the question. Do you want to end up imprisoned again? You'll be more useful if you stay here and help Shishka. Henry, tell Samuel and the rabbi to get ready to travel. I'll try to get someone else to join. Jesus Christ!
Did I not tell you we should not come here?
You did. But I still insist.
But he'll live.
You fought bravely. And it was an honor to stand by your side.
I'm glad you did.
Even though that old bastard was hardly worth it.
And no one knows where they took Order and the others is enough. Don't mourn too much.
Open another tavern?
No.
Sam, I need to have a word with you.
Uh-huh. That makes two of us.
Just tell him. You may not get another chance.
I talked to Godwin. He said you know each other?
What did you talk about? Me?
We talked about your stepfather, Martin.
Why? Neither of you knew him.
It's true, I did not. But I tried many times. Remember how I stared at your sword when we first met? I recognized the Master's symbol engraved there. Well, the thing is, I am Martin's son.
What? Pa's son? How the...
Yes, his son. That is, his bastard son.
Are you sure? We look the same age, and Martin lived with me and Ma as long as I can remember.
When I was born, he was already long gone. Maybe we are not even a year apart.
And what does that make us, then?
Nothing. Proof, perhaps, that both your god and mine have a sense of humor. You know, all my life, I thought if I did not give a shit about that man, it would be easier. But now...
I can tell you about him if you want. This is not the end. Sigismund...
The king...
He's no king to me. He's a fucking horse.
What's a gazera?
That is hard to explain.
Nonsense. It is as clear as day. Christians set out to kill our people. Innocent and often defenseless. Ransack their houses and divide the loot. And all that with the king's blessing.
This is what we were afraid of. But we did not expect Sigismund to be in such a hurry. We need to get back into the city and get the people out, quick, before it begins. Will you come with us, Henry? Every man counts.
I'll come. And Liechtenstein already knows about it.
Very well.
I'll be back.
Hurry up. Did I not tell you we should not come here?
The others, don't mourn. Young Sir Christopher came out of it badly.
But he'll live, right?
Dead out. You should. But we did. It was covered in blood, but most of it. Thank God for otherwise, Brabor would be left without a fort. No one knows where they took Odin. The others don't mourn. Did I say it like that? Young Sir Christopher came out of it, but he lived right. He was covered in blood, most of it.
What if the old lord doesn't come back?
Then we'll have a young. He's not a little boy anymore. Soon he'll get married and have a bunch of children.
We can only hope.
Jesus Christ.
Mutt!
So many dead. God.
What will happen to his lordship now? And to us?
We have to take care of him. No one knows where they took hungry. The others are going out.
We can go.
Thank God you're all right. On the way here, I saw Sigismund horsemen and feared the worst.
Kubienka? What brings you here?
Well, I heard you were having some kind of a feast here, so I came to grab a bit of meat. And I see, instead of that, you have a massacre here.
Well, the real massacre is yet to come if we don't do something fast. We have to get to Kuttenberg. Can we borrow the wagon you arrived on?
But of course. I borrowed it too.
Could you stop blabbering already?
Easy, Ingele. And you...
All right. But
I'll explain to you on the way.
Are you coming too, sir?
Of course.
Do you think that's a good idea?
I'm not. But I'm not just going to...
All right, then.
Perish. Can we go any faster?
Settle down, son. If you must keep your tongue busy, then use it to pray.
would you tell me what the fuck is going on already?
Sigismund ordered an attack on the Jewish quarter. We need to get everyone out of there fast.
Bloody hell. I just got ailed up so nicely today.
Oh, that is just great. My mother's life is in the hands of a drunkard.
Don't worry. We'll save your mother.
You seem to care an awful lot about these people, sir.
That droid of Sigismund, may his name be erased, would have found some other excuse to get rid of us.
Look, it's not that I don't feel sorry for you, but don't you think maybe we could make the horses go a little faster? At this pace, we won't make it there in a week.
Samuel, how... What was the story with your mother and Martin?
Do you really want to talk about this right now?
It may be the last chance we get. We could both be dead in a while.
All right. Like I said, I never actually knew Martin. He once came to Kuttenberg and fell in love with my mother. But she is the daughter of a rabbi. Obviously, she could not marry a goy.
And tonight, you will see why.
If you want, Mummy will surely tell you more. If we can get there in time. What was he like? I mean, my
He was a good man.
Seriously. Whip those fucking horses.
All right. Schnell. Schnell.
What's the matter?
We will walk from here.
But how do we get...
We will go...
There are many abandoned mine shafts.
Won't it collapse?
We'll find... Follow me.
What a blessing it is to have found the passageway.
I would be happier if we could do without it.
We all would, lad. But it has been decided as punishment for our many sins.
Our sins?
You killed our savior.
What the fuck did we do to these people?
Nothing. I'm just blabbering. You know what, sir? Just ignore me and be glad I'm here. And you up front, pick it up, little kurva. My arse is getting numb. So, do you hear anyone?
If they manage to get all the way here, it is all over.
No, I think... I must have just... Let's keep moving. We should split up here. Me and the rabbi will go this way to the shul. We have to take the Torah and warn everyone. You keep going straight ahead and then to the left. You'll get right to the King Solomon town. Gather up all the secret documents and wait for us.
Well, if you insist...
Was that all the contempt you could muster up?
Well, good luck. We'll see you up there.
We have to go this way. Hopefully we'll find it quickly. I left a stack of my papers in the tavern. And it's been more than Hopefully we'll find it quickly. I left a stack of my papers in the tavern. And if they fall into Sigismund's hands, other towns will die too. Hopefully everything will be all right at the tavern.
My stash is locked away. Be all right at the tavern. My stash is locked away, and Samuel's friends are guarding.
Are you afraid?
Me? Do you have any idea how many times I've had to run from a burning town or deal with a hired assassin?
More than... This trapdoor should be closed, shouldn't it? Maybe I better go and take a look upstairs to make sure there's nothing going on there.
Idea. I knew a bloke who tried that.
And what happened to him?
I don't know, actually. I saw him go to Eric's tent to give him a piece of his mind, but never saw him come out. Searched the whole place, they say. How the fuck should I know what an important document looks like? I ain't never seen none.
Damnation.
But it'll have to be searched. Otherwise, it will play us alive.
Do it! You fight like an old hag!
Bastard!
By God's will, die!
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Baruch Hashem, Henry. You're all right. Sam, you're back. A few of the cut, but there are more outside the gate.
4 of them were...
Fortunately, they didn't take anything important.
What?
I'm so sorry.
But they did... What about you?
She is, thank God.
I'm really...
There was no novice. I'm sure
You go ahead.
But sir...
I can take... God be with...
Adam, is that you?
They Kuman!
What happened?
Climbed over the wall. One of them must have hit me.
Adam, is that you? What happened?
They climbed over the wall. One of them must have hit me.
Get up. We have to get to the shul fast. Walk.
I can't.
Don't worry. I'll help you. Henry, go and get Mummy. She will be in that house on the left. Bring her here.
Himmel! What's the...
Don't worry, ma'am.
Mein Gott! What happened?
Nothing. He's out on...
Wait!
My name is Henry.
Of course I do.
I'm his...
Was sagst du?
Sam told...
Watch out! More are coming!
What's going on?
Sam!
I'm fine, but we will talk.
We have to get to the city.
Through the backyard! Watch out! They're shooting at us! From the ramparts! Get rid of them!
I'm not getting killed here.
Keep going. Through the yard. Help us! Leave us! We cannot get past the wagon. We have to go this way. Through the house.
Slay those Christ killers!
Mummy, are you all right?
I'm fine. But what about you, mein Kind?
I'm still alive.
Kiss them all down!
Come on!
What the hell?
What is it, fuckers? You'd rather slaughter women and the defenseless?
Let's go! What's going on up there?
Go inside. Quick. To the fucking task.
I've never been so glad to see you two.
In need of a helping hand, are you?
No. I just don't want to die here alone.
There they are.
Well, now we're really fucked.
Mustn't get inside. We have to hold them back. For how long, though? As long as we need to.
Let me through, damn it!
Oh.
Do it myself!
For glory and carnage, God!
Say a prayer if you can.
Victory or death!
You're mine.
That won't work on me!
Wanker. No chance.
Keeping you in pain. There's more of us!
That bastard is
True blood! Yeah!
Show your stuff.
Show what you're made of!
Him on the head. Jesus for mercy. Pray to Jesus for mercy. Around, damn it. That hit home.
Come on! Everyone's inside!
Henry, come on. Let's go.
Got more of me. Let's go. It's this way.
Damn. That was a close shave. I reckon I should go to Samuel's mother and talk to her about Martin. I won't get another chance.
Surely we cannot just leave them here like this. There's nothing we can do now. We must...
Thank you, boy.
I still hear it. The screaming.
Don't worry. Even if that happens, it will be able to pull the wire.
What will happen to us now?
Are you alright?
I'm fine, lad.
Is there anything else?
Mein Gott. Oi. Now we have to manage.
I know this might not be the best time, but
Right now? Well, how is Martin actually?
he died. It's only been a few months.
Oh. The hen of Schutzurara, it's Hayem.
Sigismund burned down my village. Pa went to help Ma, and... well, they both died there.
I am sorry to hear that, lad. But that is the Martin I knew. He always put others first. At least you survived. That would make Martin happy.
I'm sorry I don't have better news to give you.
Do not worry about it. I am just sad he died before he could meet Samuel.
Is everything all right?
Yes, do not worry. We were just talking about Martin.
How did you meet Martin, if I may ask?
It was such a long time ago. He wanted to open a blacksmith shop in town, but there was no place among your people, so he tried his luck in our quarter.
And that's where he met you?
The rabbi gathered the good men so they could decide whether we wanted to have a goy blacksmith. And Martin wouldn't stop looking at me all night. Then it went Schlag auf Schlag.
So what?
My father found out we were seen, but Martin would not give in.
That means pregnant.
Yes. I did not even have... I was gone for almost 4 years. And he only... People said he did go looking for me.
If only he had gone all the way to Prague.
Even if he went to the very end.
And did you ever go?
I asked around, and I could... No.
And he didn't?
You know he...
All right.
Before you go...
Well, I dream it. He said...
He was absolute.
Well...
You saved all our lives. He raised you...
I'm sorry to keep, even if not real.
Well, and thank you, my almost brother. What are your plans?
I'll go back.
I will see you.
Everything...
Take care of yourself.
Have a safe trip.
Sei gesund.
I don't know you.
you get hit by a horse?
They not for food.
I've got...
Well,
Henry, it's good.
Lots of violence.
God damn!
It didn't look so, but some of our before we'd fit.
Oh, fuck! God damn it!
All we could do was try to see. There's a hidden
Fucking tunnel! What about Liechtenstein?
he's fine.
Praise God. The main thing is...
No, we can.
That's exactly what I... First and secondly, a hunting bow that has no... It can fell...
I'm honoured. Please.
According to legend,
What?
when I found out that so to pay him back, and it was immediate.
Nice.
It'd be great. Wine.
We only went.
Yeah, but it was. Don't tell me. But first duty.
My God, you look awful. Do you need help?
Ah, no thanks. It looks worse than it is. My body is in need of rest.
Certainly.
Tend to my wounds, prepare me a bath, and wash my clothes, please.
Excellent. Pay up?
Let's talk.
Certainly.
How's it?
Well, if... Excellent.
Christ. Those wounds. You... Christ, pardon me.
I need a...
Cert...
Prepare...
Excellent.
I'll
Wonder...
Ave Maria. I apologize.
Henry, I've got something for you.
What is it you want?
You must be in.
Yes.
Well, I've got a message from Master Chenyak for you.
What does he want?
Well, I don't know.
Maidens and women of virtue.
God!
And what they've made up.
Whoa! Whoa!
Know full well they steal and kill and rape poor defenseless women.
I apologize.
I'd like to do something about that price. All right, I agree.
I was glad to be of help to you, good sir.
Safe again. God will understand.
Go!
Go! Quick!
This horse must have cost a pretty groschen. Keep your eyes on the road, you fool!
Go!
I'll be right there. Wait. I must have been mistaken. Sorry. Just a moment.
What are you doing, you whistler?
I bring bad news from Kuttenberg. Eric's soldiers and the town rabble have torched the Jewish quarter. Fortunately, we saved most of the people. But I doubt they can form an alliance with us now.
Fuck! Where are they now?
Samuel and the rabbi took those who survived to Colleen.
Shit. We have to find Dry Devil and Capon and decide what to do next.
Well, Samuel said he wants to be around for that, and we should wait for him.
I see. But if he's gone to Colin, he won't be back till tomorrow. Oh well, at least we'll have time to get everything ready.
All right. I'll come tomorrow then.
Hold on. There's something I need to clear up with you. I sent Catherine to spy on Sigismund's camp. But I hear the two of you are trying to solve some murders in Kuttenberg. Should I tell her to go back to the city? Or are you going to drop the murder investigation?
Those poor girls deserve justice. But I'm definitely gonna need Catherine's help in the city.
All right, but make it quick.
Christ, where did I put it?
See you, friend.
Stay close to the others. It's not...
Standing in the yard when I saw this cloud in the sky.
So what?
A cloud just like...
Shady knows his old woman.
If you know it, then so does half the town.
Keep close to us.
Good day to you.
You must be the local gravedigger.
That's right. They call at least them that can...
Oh.
Greetings, Henry.
I hear there was a murder.
True. True.
Another?
People ain't got no respect. As soon as... So if you ain't one of them gawkers, you must be one...
I don't want to take any.
Like what?
Who killed?
Why?
I'm in service of the Lords of Light.
What are the Lords of Light?
Truth be told, not much.
Ah, that makes more sense. At least someone is trying to sort... It's true that Lumiere...
Who's this Lumiere?
No.
Help?
Well...
Right.
Aye.
And who is this Lumiere?
He used to work for the...
Do you remember?
You mean you don't know nothing about it? Here...
I haven't been in...
I see.
Do you know where...
I heard some...
Look for clues. That's worth it.
Mm.
Thanks. What's this Lumiere?
Well, like...
A scribe?
Well, the Lumiere...
I'd like to...
At his home... I don't know exactly why, though. Seems...
Thanks.
It's my... Actually, speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves over that dead maid. I think her name...
And you...
She said she's...
Thanks again.
Farewell.
Well, it sounds like a load of shit.
Why couldn't you have been more careful?
So, my God. Someone really did a number on her. Oh, it must have been... Jesus Christ, the place they found... These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her, but it couldn't have been a long God. What did he do?
Did he really keep all the Her face is, but she has a dark ring on her hair. Maybe there's some... Just... the kill... I need to examine her. Her lip, but if he killed her for blabbing... So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strapped and he took a shot. He also cut off most of... He cut off her breasts, but left her tongue, then left her lying there for all to see. To send a message, maybe? Or a warning? Only if it was a warning for telltales, he would have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Catherine. Are you Barb?
Alice, she was almost like a sister to me. We served together for years, in the same house. Why'd you ask? Who are you?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
Ah, I understand.
Who did you say?
Our master is
Do you know of it?
I'd
like to
But I don't know who it...
And you never...
No.
How did it...
Fine, our master...
What's his name?
Why? But you can't see him anyway.
It occurred to me that...
He couldn't. He was gone when it happened. He hadn't been home in several weeks. And besides, why would he kill them others too? He never even knew them.
I heard about that. And also about Lumir.
Well, if you're interested, go and see him. Maybe you'll catch him sober enough to talk sense.
Do you know what exactly happened to Alice?
No. Nobody saw or heard nothing. One day, she just didn't come home. And then, I found her. Like this.
It's awful what they did to her.
She was such a pretty girl. And that beautiful brown hair of hers. And it didn't even leave that untouched. Who could have cut off her hair like that? And why? None of it makes sense.
So, I'll leave you to mourn in peace now.
I don't know what else to do, Father.
My
She's
poor
brother's
girl.
wife. Luckily, we don't see each other too often. They live in the next village over. But whenever we meet, she always looks at me like...
How does she look at you?
Like... she wants me. I know it's wrong, but I thought if anything ever happened to my brother...
Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife.
But I just...
Just thinking of a sin is a sin. Pray to God for forgiveness, and pray for the purity of your thoughts. The next time you meet that woman, say the Lord's Prayer and remember the 9th commandment. And now go in peace. Amen.
Thank you, Father.
You shouldn't be walking around like that.
I didn't send you any herbal fruit. I apologize.